I just got me a new pool vacuum. Let's check it out.
Love this thing. Soundcore. And I'm gonna continue to rock it. Oh, that was incredible. Okay, first things first, I apologize in advance. This system is totally going to replace any hot looking, dark tanned with six-pack abs pool boy. Yeah, sorry ladies. Now, of course, for us, this will definitely save all that wasted money and a divorce lawyer as well. Welcome to the Brannon No channel, where we talk about today's tech. Now, if you own a pool already or are even considering purchasing one in the near future, you're gonna wanna stick around because this video is definitely for you. This is just one of 5 different AIPER models in the Scuba series. Actually, third in its class, not the smallest and definitely not the best. It's right smack dab in the middle for what most of us will ever need. Let's dive in, no pun intended, and show you what comes in the box. You're gonna get a quick tips for using the AIPER pool cleaner in a few different languages. We also get this nice sealed envelope, AIPER Bring Vacation Home. In here, we're getting a frequently asked questions along with a pretty thick user manual, also in a few different languages. Included in the box is your 100 to 240 volt input to a 16.8 volt output charging AC adapter. And lastly, the included AIPER retrieving hook. Pull not included. That's unfortunate. Just jump on Amazon and pick yourself up any 1.25 inch size skimmer pole. If you're actually interested in the one that I picked up, I'll drop you the link down in my description below. Let's take a look at AIPER's brand new Scuba S1 that I have officially nicknamed Scuba Steve. What? So, I'm an Adam Sandler fan. Right out of the box, I thought, wow, this has got to be the Tesla of all automatic pool cleaners. I mean, look at this thing. From this high gloss finish on the hood to each sides of this military tank wheel track. Speaking of which, we're getting 1.5 inches of durable molded rubber track on a belt-driven style system. The grip is amazing, and I know this because I've already tested it. What do you think I was going to just open it up today and try to test it all in one day and tell you guys to go out and buy one? No, I've had this actually for over a month. So yes, I've tested it multiple times to make sure that this is going to be one good buying decision for you. Here we see the axle in a sky blue accent, as well as the exhaust system on the top. Moving down towards the front, we get the AIPER name in a raised copper print. You're gonna get that same copper matching look circling the power button. Just under that is your LED indicator light, which has 3 different colors, blue, yellow, and red. Now I'll be covering that when we get to the specs. Here is a nice deep cutout, not just for a handle, but it's also where the hook goes for retrieving it. All right, let's check under the hood. And here is where your basket is located. Grab the handle, pulling straight up. Now, I was pretty impressed with its size. Pushing the button will open it up, revealing all the unwanted crap in your pool. It has this bottom trap-like door style that works on some sort of hinge, opening it up when seating it down and clamping it closed while lifting, making sure to keep all its content in the basket. And looking closer at the basket, you'll notice we're getting a white nylon micro mesh material all the way around, which in theory should collect most of your daily debris. The reason I'm saying most is because it's not small enough to pick up algae. You're gonna need a finer mesh style system, and oh, by the way, they do make it in their Pro series. All right, let's take a look at the back of the unit. Here is where you'll be charging Scuba Steve. It's covered up by a silicone waterproof gasket that pulls outward and hangs by a tether. Not only does it seal around the port, but it also actually plugs into it for a more waterproof seal. I call that attention to detail. Under that is a rubber cover that I actually have absolutely no clue what it's for. Could be for maintenance purposes, just flips up out of the way maybe when you're gonna work on this thing. I don't know. Moving over to the front, we have two rotating cylinder style rollers that have a ton of soft, flexible feet per se. That you'll see some are solid and others are split. And if you've noticed, it shapes into a V-style system. AIPER obviously knows what they're doing when it comes to cleaning pools. And lastly, you'll see 12 individual flaps, feet, in the same exact material. Now I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that AIPER definitely does not want to miss one speck of debris. All right, let's go ahead and nerd out with me. I wanna go over the specs and what this can do. Then we'll take it outside and show you how it works. Now you have to remember, this is a cordless robotic pool cleaner. Not to be mistaken with the DOLPHIN that has to be plugged in and tethered. No, this is a floor scrubbing, wall climbing, smart navigation for cleaning mainly in-ground pools of 1,600 square feet. So yes, it's a little overkill for my 18-foot round by 52-inch high above ground pool. But after using this, I will not go to anything less. They're saying unpropelled cleaning performance with powerful suction and superior mobility. Oof, say that 5 times real fast. I dare ya. Scuba Steve will pick up sand, twigs, leaves, and pet hair. Allow me to add a couple more, like bugs of all kinds and, oh yeah, daughter hair. The Scuba S1 has wall and water lining scrubbing with effortless cleaning from bottom to top. Using their Navigation 2.0 technology will set a pattern of your pool to get complete cleaning coverage. That's good. With a maximum of 150 minutes of runtime, the Scuba S1 can clean all types of pools up to 1,600 square feet. Now that's on a full charge, of course, which is going to take you 3 to 4 hours. Let's talk about the 4 cleaning modes. There's auto, floor, wall, and eco. Using the auto mode will clean your pool walls first, traveling all around the size or shape of your pool. After that, it will work its way around the entire floor surface. Using the floor and wall modes only are pretty self-explanatory. If you just want to do the floors, you use floor only, and if you just want to do the walls, you use walls only. And lastly, we have Eco. Using this mode will clean your pool floor for 45 minutes once every 48 hours for 1 week fully charged, which you'll get 3 times use, by the way. Now, I have to ask this question, okay? AIPER states recommendations for optimal performance. The first thing they say is do not leave your device in the pool when not in use. How in the hell do we use eco mode then? Didn't they say it cleans the pool for 45 minutes every 48 hours for 1 week? Let me know how that works for us. I'd love to know. And 2 and 4 are common sense. Clean your basket thoroughly after each use. Maintain your pool's chemical balance. And if you have a pool full of algae, take care of that first before throwing Scuba Steve in there. For gosh sakes, have a heart. All right, first thing you're going to want to do is charge the Scuba 1 fully before you use it, obviously. By doing this, open up the silicone flap and make sure to match the shape on the plug as well as the shape on the vacuum. Now you should see a pulsating yellow light on the power button and the LED just below it. It'll eventually turn into a blue pulsating light and then to a solid blue when fully charged. All right, let's rehash the 4 mode settings real quick. Keep in mind for this procedure, you're going to be doing it at the pool, not here in the studio. Press and hold the power button until you hear a sound. Okay, first mode is auto, you know, the one that does the walls first and then the floor. But you can use the other modes right away if you press the power button fast right after. Next, you'll see switching it to floor only. Press again goes to wall only, and one more press goes to eco mode. Now, I suggest for your first run, okay, your very first run, use auto. Get them walls clean, get the floor done. Then you can choose to use floor only and wall only. And if you're away from the pool for over a week, obviously eco mode. I personally use floor most of the time, only going back to auto maybe once every couple of weeks. God knows the floor definitely needs it way more than the walls do. All right, what do you say we take this for a test drive? First, you need to understand what I used to use. I thought this was the cat's ass. Until, of course, I met Scuba Steve. Yes, before all this glory, I used a Dolphin Escape. Now, don't get me wrong, the wife and I loved it at first. I mean, obviously way better than using a pool vacuum, hooking it up to your skimmer, and running that ungodly long pool pole, and it's just a pain in the ass. However, you're still dragging out an extension cord, and you need to plug in the tether. And oh boy, what a treat to untangle. For the entire first pool season, it worked like a champ. Loved it, hands down. But after that, it took on some sort of wheelie performance. I have no idea. So yeah, it really started sucking. And I don't mean that in a good way. So when AIPER reached out to the channel with their Scuba S1, I was like, yes, please. Couldn't have come at a better time. All right, at your pool, long press the button, should be on auto. Gently place it in your pool, don't hurdle it. Hold down the end by the exhaust, let it sink to the bottom. Now it needs to recognize it being in water. It'll test it 4 times just to make sure, and that's why I said you don't want to do it like I was in the studio showing you, because it wouldn't have recognized water, therefore it'll shut the system down. So you want to be right at the edge of your pool before you're going to put it in when you turn it on. Once it recognizes that it is in fact at the bottom of your pool and ready to run, watch the magic happen. Now, like I said, auto will do the entire pool walls first, then work its way to the floor. Now, you guys remember me saying how nice and grippy those rollers are? Just listen to that sound. And it comes out of the water to get all of the wall surfaces. It's incredible, it really is. Now, as it's cleaning, you're going to notice the lights on the actual Scuba S1. It'll turn from a solid blue to a green, then to yellow, and finally red if it runs out of a complete charge. It will be enough to do the walls and the floor as long as you are under 1,600 square feet or to that max. But if you were to run it and then maybe not fully charge it, it's going to turn red and shut the system down. The great part is when the Scuba S1 is finished, it automatically docks itself to the side of the pool for easy retrieval. Yeah. Grab the included hook, attach it to the pole that we talked about earlier, and hook onto it where the handle is. Now that is so much better than pulling on the Dolphin tether. I mean, it really was a nuisance. Pulling on it didn't feel right. Actually, I mean, it tangled up. It's hard to loop it and make it all nice and neat. You got to unplug the power source. You got to wrap up the extension cord. It was just a pain in the ass. All right, after taking the Scuba S1 out, set it down and lift the hood. Pull out the basket. Whew, look at that garbage. Discard the contents and spray it off with a garden hose. Easy as that. Store your AIPER Scuba S1 in a dry, cool area and make sure to plug it in for your next cleaning. Let's cover pros and cons. Pro number one, love the fact that it is completely 100% wire tethered free. No cords to get all tangled up while it is cleaning your pool. Another pro is the wall climbing capability. And the reason I make a big deal about that versus the DOLPHIN Escape, because it claims too to have wall climbing capabilities, which it only goes about maybe halfway up the pool wall and then comes back down. So no, the AIPER climbs that wall, even taking a breath of fresh air in the process. And lastly, I love the sleek design. It is very premium looking. Like I said earlier, it is the Tesla of all pool vacuums. However, where there are pros, there are always cons to follow, and I have just a couple. Like, speaking of loving the aesthetics of this pool cleaner, you have to remember that 95% of it is a gloss finish. So what does that mean? It is going to show every bit of scratches, dings, and gouges that you put this thing through. And I am sure you've seen it in the intro. I am really kicking myself for not unboxing it and going right to the B-roll with it, because you will see all the flaws that go with it. So I can say to you, enjoy it while it lasts. And my last bitch is, they say it's very easy to clean. Well, I'm gonna have to disagree this time and give it to the DOLPHIN Escape. Yeah, their design, I've always liked the flip down door style. It's big enough to spray all the debris out. Now the AIPER, on the other hand, it was a little fun trying to put stuff through a narrow trap door that wants to shut constantly. But hey, I would definitely exchange that for the no cord capability, so I'll stick with the basket it comes with. Now, I'm not sponsored or endorsed through AIPER. Hell, I may have been saying the name wrong this whole review. Is it AIPER or AIPER? Now, I'll be providing you 2 links today down in my description below on where you can pick one of these up. On my Amazon affiliate link, it retails for $699.95, but with an instant $170 off discount, taking the Scuba S1s down to $529.95. Yes, it's not a cheap vacuum. Now, AIPER or AIPER definitely sell quite a different amount of models, okay? You can get the $169 model that's all over TikTok, okay? That is gonna be for a lot of the Intex or Coleman setup pools, I believe. You could use it for an 18-foot round like mine, but like I said, after using the Scuba S1, there really is no going back. It's overkill, yes, but it's definitely going to get the job done and you will have no worries whatsoever. But hey, if you don't like that price, I've got a better one for you. I'm gonna leave you AIPER's direct link where you can pick up the Scuba S1s for $529.99. Plus, you get to use my personal discount code. That's right, type in Brannon 10 off. That's BRANNON 10 off. Get an additional 10% off the original price. That is $53 of saving, dropping Scuba S1s down to $476.99. It's a no-brainer of which site you're gonna go with, but that is while supplies last. So if they run out on their direct link, obviously you're gonna have to run over to Amazon. Oh, and FYI, you have to be logged in to AIPER's website to get that activated discount, okay? You'll try to plug the discount in without registering and you won't get it, just so you know. Let's pop open a fortune cookie. What could the fortune possibly be? Let's see. Today's special word is vegetable. I like vegetables, a lot of people don't. I'm one that do. A solid challenge will bring forth your finest abilities. Oh, well, bring on the challenge. Now, lucky for you, it is after 7 p.m. That's right, it's 8 o'clock, actually. So I'm not able to eat this in front of you, so lucky for you. Now, if you've lasted this long in this review, well, you're either family or crazy. There could be a little something wrong with you, but hey, if you don't know already, we do not judge at this table. Not now, not ever. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe on your way out that door if you are not already. And guys, I'll be seeing you very soon, like this weekend, with some really cool tech. Stay tuned. See ya.